Hello, how are you guys? Um, I'm happy to start doing a series of videos now. The series of videos that I'll be doing will be specifically made for the youth department of Livingston Central SDA Church. Having said that, it does not only limit these videos for the youth at Livingston Central SDA Church, but also whoever feels like they would want to see what we do here can join in. The videos will be posted on my Facebook page and also the Livingston Central SDA Church Facebook page. The idea is to offer lessons to the youth who can access Facebook, and of course those that can be able to download should be able to download the Facebook. Now my videos in instance will be very short, and I'll be looking at honor lessons. The idea is to help those who are in the master guide class or those in the pursuing the Pathfinder curriculum to tag along and to see where we can go after these lessons. I will also be offering online exams, mock exams for honors. I'll be setting very difficult questions, no, not difficult questions, manageable questions, just to offer you an oversight of what you'd be expect in a honor exam. Okay, so my names are Jacob Mukwapa. As I said, I'm from Livingston Central SDA Church. Yes. So what are we going to look at today? What are we going to look at today? Today we will be looking at chairmanship. Okay. Suffice to say, chairmanship is not a honor in itself. I said I'll be doing honor series, but chairmanship is not a honor. What is chairmanship? Chairmanship is a training that each and every youth will need to go through. You need to have the qualities of a chair. You need how to know to handle exams, so to meetings rather. So this is what I'll be doing in chairmanship. So let me quickly go to the introduction and see what exactly we'll be doing. So chairmanship lesson structure, it will be in 4 parts, and the 4 parts that I'm talking about will be those that will cover the chairmanship is in the youth handbook. So the youth handbook deals with the aspect of when you are a chairperson. So most of the content that you see in this video, in the series of videos that I'll have on chairmanship, most of it will come from there, and also supplementary material that will help us run through. So let us break it down. What is it we're going to look at in chairmanship? So these are the 4 things that we're going to look at. Number 1, organizing meetings. Number 2, procedure of meetings. Number 3, motions and committees. Number 4, secretariat. So those are the 4 things that we'll be looking at in chairmanship lessons. So let me also break down the 4 into their specified categories so that it is easy for us to follow through. It is easy for us to know where we are, and it is easy for us to understand the lesson. So part 1, which is organizing meetings, will have the following topics. Part 1, which is organizing a meeting, will have the following topics. Firstly, principles of a meeting. Number 2, secondly, we will have meeting notices. meeting notices, and the last thing I'll look at in organizing a meeting is preparation. So preparation of a meeting. So that will be what is basically will be contained in part 1. What about part 2? Part 2, procedure of meetings. Okay, part 2 will be procedure of meetings, as I already showed you on the other side. So what exactly am I going to be looking for? Also 3 things. Number 1, opening the meeting. Number 2 will be introduction of business. And number 3, the last one, will be privilege of speaking. So that will be the second part of my lecture or of my videos. Okay, so the third one will be motion. Okay, the third one will be motion. So let's quickly look at what we'll be looking at in emotion. This one is quite bulky, but I want to promise you that all of these lessons that I'll be presenting will be less than 20 minutes long, So under motions, the first one I will look at will be making the motion. That is number 1. The second one will be seconding a motion, seconding the motion. Number 3 is discussing. So you're discussing the motion, you make the motion, you second the motion, and then you discuss the motion. We're going to look at how all of these are done. Okay, number 4, we'll look at calling the vote. Number 4 will be calling the vote. Number 4 will be calling the vote, and number 5 will be calling the question. Number 5 will be calling the question. Number 6 will be announcing the result. Number 6 will be announcing the result. Number 6, announcing the result. Number 7 will be method of voting. Method of voting. That would be number, is it 6 or 7? 7. Number 7 will be method of voting. And the last thing that I want us to look at in here are amendments. So the last thing in part 3 will be under motions, will be amendments. Okay. Okay, the other part of part 3 will be committees. Okay, the other part of part 3 will be committees. Quickly, let's go through that. Okay, the other part will be committees. The other part will be committees. Now, what exactly are we going to look at under committees? Okay, what are we going to look at? Number 1, creating committees. Creating committees, that will be number 1. Number 2, appointment. Number 3, chairperson of the committee, obviously. And the fourth thing and the last thing in part 3 will be committee reports. Committee reports. So those are the things that we will look at. Okay, so let's go to the last part. Okay, let's go to the last part, which is part 4. Okay, let's go to the last one, which is part 4, and part 4 is going to be secretariat work. Okay, part 4 will be secretariat work. And what exactly are we looking at under secretariat work? Okay, we'll be looking at the following. Okay, firstly, notice of meeting. Secondly, agenda. The third is roll call. The fourth is minutes. And the minutes I'm talking about here will be the secretary's note. And the last one, the fifth, is the minutes, the templates. How do you write minutes? Obviously, there's no one specific way of writing minutes, but is there a more reasonable way or a less difficult way of taking notes in the meeting and writing notes in the meeting. That is what we will be looking at under the secretary's work. Make no mistake, if you look at this list under secretariat work, you will begin to notice that all of them are documents, and most of the work of the secretary is documenting whatever has happened. We are going to look at this in the next videos. So here is how it's going to work. I'm going to have at least 4 videos every Thursday. I'll be posting a video on chairmanship until I'm done, and then I'll go to the next honor. After chairmanship, I said it's not a honor, but after chairmanship, I'll go straight into knot tying. So be prepared for knot tying. But anyway, so 4 videos. This is an introduction. So 4 more videos are coming on chairmanship. Each one of them will be less than 20 minutes at least. So that is what we will be looking at in the following week. Otherwise, thank you very much, and always remember to follow through the lessons so that you catch up and you are not left behind. Also, you will have a platform on which to ask your questions. Okay, I know there are a lot of people who are professionals who will be watching and everything. So when questions are raised, I'll be, if I'm not able to answer your question, I'll direct you to someone whom I believe will be able to answer your question. Otherwise, thank you very much, and God bless you. Until next time, God bless.